Have you ever tried to say something in English and suddenly your brain freezes? You know what you want to say. The words are there, somewhere, but they don't come out. Or they come out messy. And the whole moment feels awkward. If that sounds familiar, then today's episode is for you. Hi, I'm Emily, and welcome back to English in Ease, the podcast where we explore how to speak real, confident English without pressure. In this episode, we're going to dive into a problem that so many English learners face: overthinking. And no, I'm not here to tell you to stop thinking entirely. This is about letting go of the mental traffic jam that happens every time you try to speak. You know what I'm talking about? That endless loop in your head. Is this grammar right? Does this word sound natural? Wait, what's the English word for? We all do it. I've done it. But here's the truth. Overthinking is one of the biggest reasons people get stuck when they speak English. It doesn't matter how many vocabulary lists you memorize or how well you know grammar rules. If your brain is constantly second-guessing every word, you'll never feel fluent. So, let's explore what's really going on when you freeze mid-sentence, and more importantly, how to break that habit. Let me start with a story. I remember a time when I had to give a short presentation during an English class. I had practiced it. I knew the topic. But when I stood up and opened my mouth, nothing came out. My brain suddenly asked, wait, should I use past tense here or present perfect? What if I mispronounce this word? What if they laugh at my accent? The more I thought, the worse it got. I ended up saying, sorry, I forgot what I was going to say, and sat back down. But the truth is, I didn't forget. I froze. My thoughts were stuck inside my head, fighting to be perfect. And that's the first real problem: mental overload. When we speak our native language, we don't plan every word. We just talk. But in a second language like English, the brain tries to multitask. Translate, check grammar, find the right pronunciation, stay calm. All at once. It's like trying to solve a puzzle while running a race. The result? We shut down. That shutdown is what I call the mental block. And it happens when the fear of making a mistake becomes stronger than the desire to communicate. You start asking yourself, what if I say it wrong? Will I sound stupid? Is my accent too strong? And that fear doesn't just stay in your head, it shows in your voice. You pause, you speak slower, your tone becomes unsure. Suddenly, you don't sound like you anymore. You sound like someone walking on eggshells. Here's the thing though, native speakers make mistakes too. All the time. They say the wrong word, change their sentence halfway, pause, say, or, you know, it's normal. But we, as learners, think we're not allowed to mess up. That's the trap of perfectionism. Let's take a simple example. You want to say, yesterday I went shopping. But instead of just saying it, your brain says, wait, is it go or went? Should I say yesterday, at the beginning or end? Do I need to add to the mall? What if I get it wrong? And before you know it, the conversation has moved on. Or worse, you say nothing at all. And now that silence, it starts becoming a habit. But I want you to know this. You don't need to be perfect to be fluent. You need to be confident. Fluency isn't about saying everything right. It's about saying it freely. Let's go even deeper into this idea of talking without thinking. What does that actually mean? It sounds strange at first, I know, but we're not saying you should speak nonsense or ignore meaning. It's about not over-controlling your speech. Think of it like riding a bike. At first, you focus on every little movement, balance, pedals, direction. But eventually, your body just knows what to do. That's how fluency works. Your brain already knows more English than you realize. It just needs space to use it, without being interrupted by fear and perfection. And trust is the magic ingredient. Think about how children learn to talk. They don't wait until their grammar is perfect. They just talk. They mess up. They say funny things. But they keep going. And their language grows naturally. Adults, on the other hand, often believe they need to learn first, speak later. But that's backwards. You don't become fluent and then speak. You speak, and that's how you become fluent. So let's shift how we think about mistakes. Instead of fearing them, accept them as signs that you're learning. You can't build muscle without some strain, and you can't build fluency without some mistakes. It's part of the process. Now let's talk about the traps. These are mental habits that keep you stuck, even if you already know the language. Trap number 1, translating in your head. This is a big one. You try to form a sentence in your native language, then translate it word by word into English. But language isn't math. Sentence structures, word order, even tone, it all changes. So your English ends up sounding awkward or unnatural, and the effort it takes? Exhausting. Trap number 2, grammar obsession. You're in the middle of a normal conversation, but your brain is focused on verb tense. Should I use present perfect or simple past? Is this a first or second conditional? But guess what? Native speakers often break grammar rules, especially in casual conversation. Grammar is important, yes, but not in the middle of ordering a sandwich. Trap number 3, fear of judgment. This one is subtle, but powerful. You're afraid of what others might think. Your accent, your mistakes, your speed. So you speak quietly. You hesitate. And the more you hold back, the less confident you feel. It becomes a cycle. Let me act this out for you real quick. Imagine 2 speakers. One is overthinking Olivia. The other is relaxed Rachel. Olivia says, I go. I went. Yesterday. Market. Many apples. Fresh. Is that okay? Now Rachel says, Hey, I went to the market yesterday. They had so many fresh apples. Who sounds more natural? Rachel might not be perfect, but she's confident. And confidence is what makes you sound fluent. So if you find yourself stuck in any of these traps, don't panic. You're not broken. You're not bad at English. You've just been taught to overthink. And the good news is, that can change. Coming up in the next part, I'll walk you through real tools you can use to break these habits, starting today. Let's talk solutions. You now understand the problem. Your brain is working overtime, trying to be perfect, and that overthinking is what's slowing you down. So the next question is, how do you stop overthinking when you speak English? It starts in the mind. No technique will work if your mindset is stuck in fear and perfection. So let's shift your thinking with a few powerful ideas, starting with this one, mindset shift. Number 1, progress over perfection. You don't need flawless grammar to be understood. You don't need to sound like a native speaker to have a great conversation. You need clarity, courage, and consistency. When someone speaks your native language and makes a mistake, do you get annoyed? Of course not. You probably admire the effort. So give yourself that same kindness. Nobody is judging you the way you judge yourself. Mindset shift number 2. Fluency is built through use, not waiting. Don't wait until you feel ready. If you wait until you know every rule, you'll never start. You need to speak now. Speak messy. Speak often. Fluency grows through repetition, not just knowledge. Okay, so your mindset is warming up. Now let's move into action. I'm going to give you real techniques, things you can actually practice today, to help you speak English without overthinking. These are simple, but powerful, and I use them with students all the time. Strategy 1, think in English. This one changes everything. Start small. When you're alone, narrate your actions in English. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm opening the fridge. I'm making coffee. You don't even need to speak out loud, just think in English. This trains your brain to stop translating and start building direct language pathways. And here's the best part. It doesn't take extra time. You can do it while walking, eating, cleaning. It's daily immersion. Strategy 2. The shadowing technique. This is one of my favorites. Find a short video or podcast in English, maybe even this one. Play it sentence by sentence. After each sentence, pause and repeat it out loud. Mimic the speaker's tone, speed, rhythm. Don't worry about understanding every word. The goal is to train your mouth and ears to work together. And it forces you to stop overthinking because you have to respond quickly. Strategy 3. 1 minute freestyle. Set a timer for 1 minute. Pick a topic. Your favorite food, your weekend plans, your dream job. Now speak for 1 minute without stopping. It doesn't matter if you make mistakes. Don't pause. Don't restart. Just go. At first, you'll repeat words. You'll pause. That's okay. Over time, your thoughts will begin to flow more easily. And here's a secret tip. Record yourself. I know, it feels weird at first, but when you listen back, you'll hear your real progress. Plus, you'll become more comfortable with your own voice in English. That's huge for confidence. Strategy 4. Use filler phrases. Filler phrases are your best friend when you're searching for words. They give you time to think without going silent. Try these. Let me think. What I mean is, it's kind of like, native speakers do this all the time. It's totally natural, and it helps your English sound more fluid, not robotic. Strategy 5. Explain around a word you forget. This is the heart of real fluency. Imagine you forget the word can opener. Instead of freezing, say, the thing you use to open cans. That's fluency. Not perfect vocabulary, not perfect grammar, just communication. You kept the conversation alive, and that's what matters. All of these techniques do one thing. They break the habit of fear and create a habit of flow. Because here's the truth. Your goal is not to impress anyone with perfect English. Your goal is to connect, express, share. Let's actually practice some of this together. I want to guide you through a mini speaking challenge right now. You don't need a partner, just your voice and a little courage. Wherever you are, sitting at home, walking outside, doing dishes, take a deep breath. This is your moment. Here's how it works. I'll give you a topic. You speak about it for 1 minute. No pausing, no translating, no editing. Just say whatever comes to mind. Topic 1. My morning routine. Take a second. Set a timer if you want. And go. Pause for 5 to 10 seconds in actual audio delivery. Nice. You did it. Even if it felt messy, even if you repeated yourself, that's okay. That's how fluency is built. By using your voice. Not just by studying rules. Let's try another. Topic 2. A place I love to visit. Same rules. Don't plan. Don't filter. Just speak. Pause again. Great work. Even if your sentences weren't perfect, you spoke. And that's the whole game. You see, what we're doing here is training your fluency muscle. The more you speak without stopping yourself, the stronger your speaking becomes. It's like going to the gym for your confidence. Now, if you keep doing this, just 1 minute a day, you'll be shocked at how fast your natural rhythm improves. And here's something to remember. Your English voice is not just a tool. It's part of your identity. The more you use it, the more comfortable and expressive it becomes. Let's do one more quick reminder of the strategies we talked about today. Think in English. Shadow native speakers. 1 minute freestyle talks. Use filler phrases to stay in flow. Describe a word when you forget it. None of these require you to buy a course or spend hours studying. They're about making small daily shifts that train your brain to speak naturally. And the best part? They help you trust yourself. And that trust, more than vocabulary, more than grammar, is what makes a speaker sound fluent, confident, and real. In the next part, we'll wrap up everything we've learned and leave you with encouragement, a quick recap, and one final push to help you keep speaking boldly every single day. So, here we are. You've made it through the awareness, the mindset shift, and the practice tools, and I want to pause and say something important. You showed up, and that matters more than anything, because speaking English without overthinking isn't about being fearless. It's about being brave even when you feel uncertain. And that courage? It changes everything. So let's take a few moments to bring all of this together. Let's start with what we've learned. First, the problem. We overthink. We freeze. We second-guess every word. We translate in our heads. We worry about grammar. We fear judgment. We chase perfection. All of that creates what I call the fluency wall. It's invisible, but heavy. It stops your words before they leave your mouth. Then, we uncovered the truth. Fluency doesn't mean perfect English. Fluency means freedom. Freedom to express your thoughts without hesitation. And most importantly, fluency is not a result of waiting. Fluency is a result of doing, imperfectly, but consistently. We talked about the 3 big traps: translating in your head, which makes your sentences sound unnatural and slow; grammar obsession, which turns simple moments into stressful puzzles; fear of judgment, which causes hesitation, quiet voices, and self-doubt. And then we talked about how to break free from those traps. Let me remind you of the strategies one more time, because repetition is how we grow. Strategy 1. Think in English. Turn your daily life into practice time. Don't translate. Describe your thoughts in English, even if it's silent. Strategy 2. Shadow native speakers. Repeat sentences right after you hear them. Match their tone, rhythm, and energy. Don't pause to analyze, just echo. Strategy 3. 1-minute freestyle. Speak about any topic for 1 minute. Don't stop. Don't self-correct. Just keep going. It's not about being right, it's about being real. Strategy 4. Use filler phrases. They buy you time and keep the flow alive. Let me think. Or, what I mean is. Simple, powerful tools to keep speaking naturally. Strategy 5. Describe missing words. Forget the perfect word? No problem. Explain it. Describe it. Talk around it. That's real communication, and native speakers do it too. And here's the last reminder I want to leave you with. You already know more English than you realize. Your brain has stored thousands of words and patterns. The only thing blocking your fluency is fear. And fear loses power when you use your voice anyway. You're not a robot. You don't need perfect grammar to connect with someone. You just need to trust yourself enough to speak. In fact, let me ask you something. When was the last time you spoke English without thinking about how it sounded? If it's been a while, or never, that's okay. Because today, you just practiced it. You spoke. Maybe it wasn't perfect, but it was yours. And that matters. And moving forward, I want to give you one simple challenge that can change everything, if you stick to it. The 1-minute daily challenge every day. Speak in English for just 1 minute. Choose any topic. Use your phone's recorder. Don't plan. Don't pause. Just speak. Do this for 30 days. Just 1 minute a day. That's it. It's free. It's fast. And it's powerful. If you do this, you'll start noticing you think faster in English. Your words feel more natural. You care less about mistakes. You become more expressive. Not because you studied harder, but because you trusted yourself to speak. And that's the heart of today's message. Before we wrap up, let's come back to where we started. That idea of talking English without thinking. It might have sounded strange at first, maybe even wrong, but now You understand. It's not about being careless. It's about being real. It's about letting go of the pressure to sound like a textbook and choosing to sound like yourself. Because the real goal of learning English isn't just speaking fluently, it's feeling relaxed when you speak, expressing yourself with honesty, connecting with other people through words, feeling proud of your voice, even with its imperfections. So, the next time you feel the urge to pause, to self-correct, to stay silent, don't. Speak. Messy, loud, joyfully, freely. Speak like someone who's learning. Speak like someone who's growing. Speak like someone who belongs in English conversations, because you do. And I'll be right here with you, cheering you on, one episode at a time. Thank you for spending your time with me today. I hope this conversation made you feel a little lighter, a little braver, and a little more ready to speak boldly. If you found something helpful in this episode, let me know in the comments, or say it out loud right now. What's one sentence you said today without overthinking? If you're listening on YouTube, hit the like button and share this with a friend who needs a confidence boost. And if you're on the podcast, make sure to follow English in Ease for more conversations like this. Until next time, keep practicing, keep trusting, and most of all, keep speaking without fear. You've got this. Emily.